right, that's it.
Action.
Cheers. First tequila on the pod.
Yeah.
There we go. Elliot Thompson was first one to have a drink on the pod.
What was he drinking?
He texted me the morning of. He's like, I don't know if my agent told you, but I require a 12-pack of beers in my contract. And I was like, oh, you know what the problem is? You don't have an agent.
You're not successful enough to have an agent. Yeah.
Right. You don't have an agent. You also don't have a full-time job. We could get to that later.
You don't have too much going for you. No, I'm kidding. Well, I love it.
No, I love Elliot.
Yeah,
Extremely talented, fantastic episode. But yeah, and then like an hour before he came over, he's like, "Do you want me to pick up beers?" I was like, "Nah, I picked up beers."
No, I have them.
Yeah, don't worry.
I've had them for like weeks now. Yeah.
No, I didn't have any beers. I don't have anything in here. I had to throw my spinach away.
You had some tequila though.
I did have some tequila. Shout out my mom.
You have spinach?
I had spinach.
What kind of spinach? Just
I
bag
threw it
spinach?
out. No, I get a big tub of it from Whole Foods.
Is it
I do pretty well.
Like saute? Like what is it? Is it sauteed?
So what I do is it's a regular tub of spinach. I saute it with my salmon for lunch every day.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Salt, pepper, minced garlic.
So I try to get my vegetables in, but I'm very lazy. So what I do is I just buy a big bag of spinach and then I just eat the spinach, like just shove it in my body.
You just wait, what?
Yeah, I'm lazy. I don't feel like cooking it and like making it because I feel like it's with spinach. It's like it's not worth the effort because even if I were to put a lot of effort into like cooking, it's not like that much better. I'd rather just shove it in. I run it under the water to like clean it or whatever, but then I just shove it in the. I just shove it.
I think that's a sign of depression. I think.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I'm definitely depressed. So you're probably right.
Like I can't even put effort into my spinach. I just eat it out of the bag. Oh, did you put it in like a salad? No, not even that. The bag into my mouth.
I mean, I've been very depressed, so I can't really like refute what you're saying. So that's
right. You saying you got tequila the second you walked into the door?
That was the first thing I said. Hey, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Do you have
booze? You said booze specifically, which is like the suicidal code word for alcohol.
And also, whatever booze you said you had, you could have said you had. And
of
Colt
course.
45, Old English, I would have been sure, dude. Yeah,
I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
you think I got Old English in here? I haven't had an Old English since 2012.
Yeah, but
Did they make Old English still?
That's funny you said 2012 because that is actually definitely the last time I had Old English.
Your senior year of college.
Yeah, senior year of college.
Yeah. I was a big Four Loko guy.
Yeah, I never did the Four Loko, but like I was actually just talking about friends with this. The things I think about when I was younger that I would drink, that I think back on now, and even eat too. Like I'm just like Jesus. Like how did you?
Well, now you gotta give me some examples,
dude. Old English. Like I look back.
Oh, it's like
imagine somebody giving you an old English now and being like, drink this whole 40 of Old English. I would.
Let me tell you something. My friends aren't doing that well, so that's a real possibility that could happen. That's a sincere thing. I could go to someone's barbecue. They're like, all right, what do you want? You want a Bud Light or Old English 40?
We got some oldie. You want some oldie? Oh, my God. Disgusting. And then, that was my freshman year, though. Oldie. Mostly oldie, because I felt cool doing it. And then
that's trash.
Yeah.
You felt cool doing it?
Real bad, man.
Were you wearing fitted Yankee hats at this time?
No, I had cross earrings though. So yes, is what I'm saying.
With the tattoos that you have?
No, the tattoos did not come until post college.
Those are post-college tattoos? Mike, that makes your tattoos even worse.
Yeah, man. They're bad.
They're really bad.
You know what? Yeah, they're bad.
They're worse than I'm even making it out to seem.
Yeah, they're bad. There's one I can stand. I can stand the...
The initials one?
Yeah, the initial one's not great. No, but this one's good. The New York and the Long Island. The Long Island. No. If it were just New York, it'd be fine. The Long Island, I think I could probably do without. I actually consider getting them removed.
You told me that last time I saw you, which I think was for your birthday last year, a very long time ago.
So this actually was recently. I went to go to Removery. Great.
Is that what they're called?
If you're going to get tattoos removed, plug in Removery. Great place. Very expensive.
Oh, that's the name of the place. Is Removery.
Yeah.
Brilliant name.
Yeah. Not very clever. Whoever
trashy sounding, but then again,
clever. Whoever did that, not super creative. But I consider getting them removed. This one, the initials, I consider getting removed. But then when I was there, they were like, "Well, you can just get them all removed. We'll just clump them together." But I didn't want to do that. But they quoted me for $2,500. Right? Yeah, so there's a lot of money.
For what? For per sesh? Or is that all together?
All together. $2,500.
That's
actually, that wasn't even for the one on my back. Because if I wanted to get the one on my back removed, that's gonna be a lot of money. Like that'd probably be
What's the one on your back?
It's like an Italian thing. I don't know what it means.
Wait, you have more than the two that I know?
Oh yeah, I got one on my back. You know, my biggest one's on my back. You know.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God! So the biggest one was $2,500. Now, can I take a guess how much it cost you to get the tattoo?
That's actually a good question.
Because I find this with trash tattoos, people like to brag about how much the tattoo costs.
It's a good question, and I know. So like this was the left arm initials were the first one. This was second, and then I got the one on the back, and this one took like a long time, and it was painful.
How many sessions?
It was only one session, but it took like 2 hours, and it was very painful. And this is the one I remember midway through it, I was like, I don't really want this. Yeah. I was like, I don't want this tattoo. But it was too. I had to just do it.
But he already got the green and white in. He's like, you sure you want the red?
Yeah. Well,
sure you want me to go red on this?
And afterwards, I was like, does it look good? They were like, yeah, it looks great. Shut up. And I was like, okay, can we rewind?
Well, yeah, this is Bayshore. This is Tattoo Lose, you cheap fuck.
I was up in Massachusetts, as a matter of fact. That's
This is back in your West New England days.
Yeah.
Now, because you're from a nice part of Long Island.
Yeah.
You're from Garden City, Long Island.
Yeah, it's weird. I go to Garden City. I'm weird for not having tattoos.
Garden City.
I'm weird for having tattoos.
Right.
And then, but when I was up in Massachusetts, I went to school up there, and then I lived up there for a little bit.
What?
I was weird for not having tattoos.
Yeah,
right?
you were also weird for not wearing Celtics jerseys in January. Like there were a different breed of people up there.
But I was ingrained in the culture, and these assholes got to me.
The culture?
Yeah, the culture got to me, dude. Well, it's conformity. You live there for a long period of time. You start talking like them. I think I was dating a girl. I really liked the girl, so I was trying to be like, no, I'm from.
Where was she from?
She's from like up near New Hampshire, like it's a town called Billerica.
That does not sound good.
Yeah, no, it's not great. Not a great place.
But
I wanted to be like, no, I'm a asshole. Like you like me because I'm like Massachusetts now. I got tattoos.
Oh my God! Did you stay up and live there for her?
No, I wanted to move away from home, but no, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
more sips that come out of that glass, you're going to be like, you know what? Actually, looking back.
Factored in.
Yeah,
that was factored in. It factored in.
Was the local beach a New Hampshire beach?
No, it was. I lived on a beach town, like right outside Boston. I actually loved the town I lived in. It's called Winthrop, Mass. Shout out, no one. It doesn't matter.
That sounds like a hospital. Yeah. Winthrop, Mass.
Well, because Winthrop is the Long Island one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But it was a great town. Love living there. But dude, everyone there has tattoos, so I felt weird not having tattoos. So I was like, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna get tattoos. So I got this one, and I was like, dope tattoo. Good job, Mike. Got the second one. I was like, dude, you're killing it. And then midway through the third one, that's when I was like, I don't know if I want. I don't know. Can we undo all of them? Anyway, so wait, this going back to removery. Yeah,
okay,
so they quoted me $2,500, and that wasn't even for the biggest one.
Which one was it?
That was just for these two. They're like, we can get rid of the Long Island because I want the New York. So they're like, we can get rid of it. Yeah, they were like, don't worry, we'll get rid of Long Island from your entire heritage.
This is like the garbage version of when you go on LinkedIn and someone says Greater New York City area. This is you're like, I don't want them to know exactly where I'm from. So I wanted to say New York,
baby.
But not Long Island, New York.
I'm from New York. Where are you from? New York. Yeah, it's all the same. No, but anyway, yeah. So they quoted me for $2,500 for these two. And I was like, never mind. So then the other thing I wanted to get fixed, because I went through a breakup, you got to change certain things. As I have very puffy nipples, right?
Mike.
Yeah.
You already threw at me that you have a third tattoo.
No.
This is a lot to throw into one conversation with a guy I've known for 5 years.
Yeah, well, listen, we do it for the pod, baby.
That's right. Content. It's all about content.
Yeah, it's all about content. It's all about the content.
Okay, so you got puffy nipples. You got a little gynecomastia.
So yeah, a little bit. Not
major.
Crazy, just a little puffy. So I went to the plastic surgeon. I was like, these are my nips. What can you do, baby? Like, come on, take care of me. And he was like, yeah, we could probably reduce these for you. He was like, and he gave me $2,500. Same quote. So I had to choose, which do I want? Less puffy nipples, no tattoos. Got rid of the nipples.
Really?
Yeah, chose the nipples. Yeah. What, you would have went with tattoos?
I think I would have went with tattoos.
My nipples were really puffy.
I understand that, Mike, but your tattoos are really trash.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. No, you know what?
Because you can't control the nipples. That's the thing. So it's like, okay,
so it's kind of natural beauty to a certain extent.
Right. It's like, listen, this is what I'm working with. You're confident about it. You got a certain level of confidence, not much, but a little bit. The tattoos, someone sees your tattoos and goes, you know what? He was the final shot caller on those.
That was an artistic creation.
God did not come up with those tattoos. In a way he did, but in a way he didn't.
Oh, man. But here's the problem with tattoos.
Fill me in.
They say you're going to regret it someday.
They don't.
Everyone told me that. They were like...
But that's the thing. Yeah. The people you talk to don't have tattoos.
None of them have tattoos, yeah.
The people you talk to are doing extremely well, Mike. And you do extremely well now.
I was going through a tough time, okay? I was going through a tough time. I wanted... Yeah, it was bad.
Here's my question. I want to go back because we're kind of M. Night Shyamalaning this, where we jump to the end. I want to bring it back to the beginning. Garden City.
Yep.
You're applying to colleges. Garden City High School. Great high school.
Yeah.
Top 10 in the country, let's say. Good lacrosse team. You weren't on it. But
nope.
you applied to colleges, and they said, Mike, Western New England?
That's a good point. How did I wind up there?
How did you wind up at Western New England University?
Well, I was looking at mostly smaller schools, and I had a friend. Okay, all right. Actually, here's why. The major. Sports management, because sports are dope.
You were a sports management major?
Because sports are dope. Sports are fucking dope.
You should have come to Cortland with me if you're going to do that.
Well, that's the thing.
Save a little.
That's the thing. They don't explain that to you. Or maybe they don't explain that.
They don't explain it to you at all.
They don't explain that to you.
No.
I wish somebody explained that to me. They were like, listen, yes, there's a sports management major. It sounds cool. It's worthless. You're going to do nothing with it. So don't worry about it. Do whatever you want. But they don't. Nobody does that. Yeah, sport. You want to work in sports, baby? Hell yeah. You're going to be the GM of the Knicks.
Because the problem is they have PhDs in sports management. That's how garbage they are. So they're like, you want to do sports? Yeah, bro.
Sports. You're going to be the GM of the Liberty, baby.
Dude, I have an exercise science degree. Like I'm smart. Yeah, on paper, I'm smarter than you. I took chemistry, but besides that, I'm just as garbage as you.
Yeah, but that's the problem. They don't explain how worthless all of it is. Like all of it.
You want to hear how garbage I am? I was exercise science for a week. I was a fitness development major.
What is that? Fitness development That's tight.
I looked up how much the Alabama strength and conditioning coach made, and I said,
"Yeah,
what,
baby?
For that guy? All right, yeah, I'll study that shit."
Yeah, I could do that. You're like 17 years old. Yeah, I could do that.
And then I was that major for a week. I went into class on Monday. The guys were picking their teeth with pens. I was like, you know what? I might have made the wrong call on this one.
That's the issue. It's like you're 18 years old. You don't know what the hell you want to do. But because like I got the sports management degree, I went into I had like a internship with the Islanders, and everybody that worked
garbage.
there.
That's garbage.
Everyone that worked there was just like, yeah, it's cool working for the Islanders, but like it wears off very quickly. The novelty of it. We work very long hours. We don't get paid a lot, and it's not that cool, and it's not that good.
It's not
just
that cool.
Yeah, it's not cool at all. So yeah. So that's kind of. Also, I wanted to play basketball, but then I tried out, didn't make it.
Oh, I thought you made it.
No.
Wait, what? I thought you played there all 4 years.
No.
Oh.
No.
What?
No.
Why didn't you pick like Maryland or something?
Well, no. I liked going to a small school. I did, but also like I don't. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, we looked at Williams, we looked at
No, because my grades weren't that. My grades in high school weren't that good.
but Garden City grades. Garden City grades, good grades.
Yeah,
That's like
I
Syosset
also,
grades.
dude. I only applied. I think to like 4 or 5 schools. I don't think I got
really?
rejected from anywhere because most of the schools I applied to were like pretty.
Way below your means.
yeah.
The reason I didn't get denied was because
but that's how you got to do it. You got to apply below, so that you don't feel the heat of rejection. That's
and now see, after a few years out of college, I've learned that's exactly what you're not supposed to do. Because I did that.
You got to just.
Now I got friends. I don't even know what my friends do. I don't even know. Half of them live with their parents still.
But I also feel like stand-up has put that in us where it's like, just go, do it. Like what? Like apply for it. Do it. And like if you get rejected, who gives a shit? Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, I learned because comedy is a tough business to look at because no one knows what they're doing. They are all retarded, and they either come from like hedge fund backgrounds or projects.
Yeah,
like it's but they're both the same dumb. So comedy isn't really the good industry to look at.
Yes, but I think it's put it in our character to not be so afraid of rejection. You know what I mean? Like it's
that I understand.
Yeah. Like I used to be afraid of rejection where it's like, "Oh no, what if I put myself out there and and people and they say no." And now as we put ourselves out there every night with the most intimate, like, I think this is funny, and we just have a group of people being like, "You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot for thinking that was ever funny." And I think that gets that fear out of us, which is it's a good thing. You know that
and that's how stand-up translates to software sales.
Which is what I do, baby.
And you got a new job.
Got a new job.
Shout out Mike, new job.
Yeah, got a new job.
Shout out the happy hour that was in his honor that no one came to.
That was literally right across the street.
Shout out Sauce and Barrel. Yeah. I probably shouldn't say what's across the street from me, but it's what it is. It's out there.
It doesn't.
Enough clues are there.
People are going to come to the studio part. You got a doorman. You don't have to worry about the security.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about the fucking doorman. Which one was? We have some sketchy characters as doormen here.
Really?
Tall white guy?
No.
The nighttime shift. That guy, I had a tall Spanish guy, long hair? Longish hair? Medium length?
Medium. But now
length.
It's not long anymore.
When you saw him, it was kind of long, and then you were like, it's not really long.
It's pretty normal. Pretty normal.
Then I don't know.
But I also didn't really look at him too much. I was kind of on my phone. I wasn't really paying attention because that's where we live. That's where
we live on the phone.
Yeah, we live on the phone. So we don't know what things are anymore outside of the screen.
Again, software sales.
Yeah, software sales.
Yeah, doing all right.
Yeah.
Upper East Side.
Yeah. No, I'm I love my apartment.
Let me ask you a question because you also went to a bad college.
Yeah.
What are your friends doing right now from college?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because usually people come here, they sit on my couch.
It's a mix, though. Some of them are doing great.
Really?
Some of them, however, are not doing great.
Western New England, though, what is great? Because I have friends doing great, too. Cortland, great. Are they Western New England great?
No,
or
mostly,
are they great?
But yeah, our definition might be better, but like it might be different. But I actually only have 1-2 friends that are in like New York City, like doing great.
Right.
Like actually, I caught up with a friend of mine recently who's like tech sales, also like doing great.
Okay, doing
great
good.
Guy. But then most of them are like Connecticut, Massachusetts, doing well, house, but like one of them's one of my good friends is a state trooper now in Massachusetts.
Yes,
like, doing very well. But a lot of them just have like jobs. But like here's the thing though, great is a subjective term. To
Of
them.
course.
Like they live in a house. They probably have like a baby on the way or out. And we live, and we might make double what they make, but we live in this fucking apartment.
You walked into the apartment, Mike. You complimented
Yeah,
the apartment,
I
and now
did.
you're shitting on the
Yeah,
apartment.
it was actually the first thing I asked was, are there other...
You asked if there's
available?
other units. Like, I worked for the building. Like, I was like, oh, as a matter of fact, we have a few layouts here if you'd like to look.
Yeah, but like, dude, but they would come into this. And
No,
be
I
like,
understand what you're
yeah,
saying.
and be like, "This is gross. What's the matter with you for
Well,
living in this?"
at our age, I can't even think about buying a house right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Where it's like, if I bought a house right now, it would be somewhere like Amsterdam, New York. And I don't know if you've been to Amsterdam, New York, but it does
Where is
not
that?
look
Where is
like
that?
Amsterdam.
Where is it?
It's like Hudson Valley.
My brother lives in Alfred, New York.
Oh,
That's
not good.
oh, you know where that? You know Alfred?
There's a SUNY Alfred.
Yes.
You don't think I know all
Yes.
the SUNYs?
Yeah,
Mike,
Jesus,
Mike,
man. Would you look at
you know who
SUNY
I
Alfred?
come from? Yeah, I know all the
Shit for going
SUNYs.
for Western New England. You're familiar with SUNY Alfred?
Yeah, because at a time, that was considered. Dude, I did a...
Well, you went to Potsdam. No, you went to Cortland.
No, I went to
right? I
Cor-
just like saying Potsdam.
Listen,
Funny word. Potsdam's a funny word.
Potsdam's a hilarious word.
Potsdam.
Also,
SUNY Potsdam.
Did you watch White Lotus?
No.
The
no.
girl that was like, yeah, I went to SUNY Potsdam. I was like, who wrote this? Who wrote this that knows SUNY Potsdam?
That is heard of SUNY Potsdam.
Like, how in the world did someone that knows, just to know SUNY Potsdam?
Just to have heard of the place
Right.
in the world. But that's good. But that is actually really good writing because that's going to really strike a chord with the people that have heard of SUNY Potsdam, like me and you. We go, oh, SUNY
I had to
Potsdam.
pause the show. I was like, wait,
SUNY Potsdam.
did they say SUNY Potsdam? Oh my God! Not to offend anyone that went to SUNY Potsdam.
Oh man, yeah, no,
No,
Good-
not to
solid,
offend anyone.
good school.
But
Good
you know what's
school.
funny? I
Let's
might
go.
ruin stuff about White Lotus here. But she says she went to SUNY Potsdam. The next scene, she's like, I came from nothing. I had no money.
And then I went to SUNY Potsdam.
And I went to SUNY Potsdam.
I turned it around.
She did not turn it around. She married a rich guy.
Yeah, and I found a guy who made more money. He was 57 years old, and I was 22. But that's fine.
That's SUNY Potsdam, though. That's SUNY Potsdam,
Where
Rich.
the fuck even is Potsdam? I don't know where that is.
Potsdam's like, it's up there. It's like it's in between Saratoga and Lake Placid, I believe. Call us in if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
Callers.
Call us in if I'm incorrect there.
Yeah, no. Alfred. Way up there.
How does he like Alfred?
He's very, he likes nothing. He likes like mountains and
Because it's
stuff.
nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's
So it's not great.
It's the Adirondacks.
Yeah, it's not great. But it's not great.
Okay, now this is what we have to get into, Mike. Okay, now I got to break this down. How did two good-looking Italian kids from Garden City, Long Island, end up with 3 minimum tattoos? And one in Western New England, one in Alfred. How did that happen?
Well, I don't think we're typical Garden City people. The typical Garden City route is you go play lacrosse and then you go to an Ivy League school and then you get a job working in finance or whatever. But that's not really my family. My sister.
You have a sister.
Yeah, my sister's older. She's a teacher. About to have her second baby. Lives in Baltimore.
Shout out, sister, second baby, and the second baby. Now shout out Baltimore.
And yeah, no,
My family lives in
I try to
Baltimore.
tell her.
It
Well,
is
no,
shit.
my brother-in-law is from Baltimore. But like, but I'm pretty open with him. I'm like, like this place is like real bad, right? He's like, yeah, I get it. It's real bad. Real
That's the
bleak
fun
out
thing
there.
about Baltimore people, where they're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, this is terrible," and you're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "You want some crabs?" And you're like, "Might as well, huh?"
because there's nothing else.
Nothing else. They're like,
Yeah.
"You want to go to Camden Yards?" Yeah. How much is a ticket? $20, and you're in the dugout. You're like, "How the fuck? How is that even possible?"
Okay, that is the one thing I'll give Baltimore. Their sports setup is real good because
Perfect.
you have the Orioles and you have the Ravens literally right all there, and there's bars and you can just kind of get. But man, what a terrible place!
What a terrible
I was there with like before the pandemic, doing comedy. I was with like Andre Thompson, Dwayne Cullen.
Shout out them.
Yeah,
Dwayne Cullen.
Dwayne Cullen, yeah, good dude. Andre Thompson, hilarious. But yeah, we were there, and like that was the first time. The only other time I'd been in the city was for my sister's wedding, and we did a very like wedding stuff. So I was like, oh, this is fun. It's fine. And then I was there for just like comedy, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
this is bad. They have the harbor,
Beautiful.
great harbor.
The harbor's
But then
gorgeous.
You step 10 feet outside the harbor.
They have the aquarium.
Every other place. Yeah, but that's in the harbor. That's part of the harbor.
I just want to highlight a few things in Baltimore. They
We're
had an
trying to get
ESPN zone at a time.
We're trying to
That
get
was
everything.
great. They had a Barnes and Noble next to the ESPN zone,
Yeah.
which to me was not the same clientele.
trying to give Baltimore everything we can.
There's a Hooters in the Inner Harbor.
There's stuff in there. There's stuff in there. There's like a
I know.
little
I'm trying
museum.
to hype up, but yeah.
Yeah,
but like
not
you said,
bad.
literally
Real
one
bad,
block
man.
away. It's shit.
Real bad. And but they all, yeah, like you said, they all know that. They're just like, yeah, no, don't come here.
Well, because like
But
no
she
one
lives in the suburbs. She doesn't live like in Baltimore. She lives in like the suburbs. It's a nice little town.
Yeah, that's where my my family moved down there. One of my cousins married a guy from Baltimore. One married a girl from Virginia. So now they're conquering the DMV area, which apparently is a thing.
Yeah, Virginia's not that far.
Some would say it's right there. Some would say that. So you didn't answer the question. Okay. So your sister's a teacher in Baltimore, which still doesn't make... Where did she go to school?
Bucknell. They both went to Bucknell. Yeah, they're both very,
Now
very
that's a
smart.
Garden City school.
Yeah. Both very smart.
Bucknell.
Makes
Well,
all my
let's
family's
relax.
trash,
Bucknell, they're really smart. Let's
Bucknell's a great.
let's
Bucknell's a very
pull
good
back
school.
the reins here. That
Bucknell's
Bucknell's a good school.
What the fuck? Bucknell's a good school.
Bucknell's a school
Bucknell's
for people.
a very good school. I would put
Let's
very.
Relax on that. Bucknell's a really good school.
How is it? How is it not?
What Bucknell was made for? Bucknell's made for people that couldn't get into Georgetown but have the money to do coke in a fraternity. And those two, if you meet those two criteria, you go to Bucknell. That's how it goes.
Bucknell's not like that.
I've never met
You
someone
watch your
that
mouth
went
when
to
you talk.
Bucknell. I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." I turned around and said, "That guy, that's a guy."
He's crushing it.
Bucknell shit.
My brother actually works there.
No, he doesn't.
He actually does. Yeah.
There's no way he could work from
He does.
Alfred to
Yeah.
Bucknell.
No, he's remote.
Wait,
He's remote.
how is he remote from a
He's an IT.
university?
He's like an IT manager. He's an IT manager
For a university?
for a university.
One of the only things where people are currently all in person for?
Yeah, but he was like remote before, pretty much. Yeah, man.
This is wild.
Yeah. No, we got an interesting dynamic in my family.
So now it makes sense why he's in Alfred.
It's a
Because he doesn't have to really
he can bounce
be
around.
anywhere.
He can bounce around. Yeah,
He's making an IT salary in Alfred.
Yep.
Is he the king of Alfred?
But yeah, basically, he probably he probably makes like 90, 100 grand or something like that. And in Alfred, New York, yeah, you're literally
The king.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now this all makes sense to me.
Yeah, crushing it.
Yeah, he's murdering it. Okay, so that doesn't explain Western New England.
Yeah, but
So Bucknell makes sense.
But it's an interesting dynamic in my family.
So what does your dad do?
My dad has my grandfather started a business that my dad and my uncle co-run now.
Okay. Now you walked into this apartment, and I had Sopranos on. Episode 5, season 5,
all right,
episode 6.
All right, but listen. My grandfather was anti-mob
Okay.
because they would always try to get at him. And
Do
he was
you
like, no.
understand how you just came across when you said my grandfather started a company and my dad and his brother took it over?
Well, but it's also in importing and exporting. Like it's also in that.
Okay,
business.
Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
Yeah,
let's
no,
relax. It's an importing,
all right.
exporting company that your dad and uncle took over.
Yeah, but here's the deal. My grandfather went against the mob.
Okay. To make a point that your grandfather went against the mob.
He went against the mob, and he's dead now, so I don't have to worry about it. But he went against the mob.
Okay. Now correct me if I'm wrong. You invited me several times, and I never went because it didn't go through. to your Hamptons house.
Yes. But
Do
that
you
was
still
in
have
Mount
possession of that house?
No, we sold it.
You did sell it?
We did sell it.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. Yeah, it was sad, but thank you.
Well, yeah. Well, I
very
never
sad.
went, so.
I was very sad. We were all very sad.
Yeah, well,
But
I
you-
never went,
you
so.
congratulate me.
It's going to
But-
be me, you, and Peter Wong
Well,
at one point.
I invited you all, and none of you ever wanted to come. And
No,
told
I
you-
always said yes.
Yeah, you did always say yes.
I always said yes.
Yeah, but then everybody else said no, and then
Well,
I
yeah.
was like, just me and you.
Thanks, Tobin.
But yeah, my grandfather started a business importing, exporting, and the mob, do their thing.
That's kind of their thing, the mob.
That is literally their thing, and he was like no, and
And that's why he's dead.
and that is how he's a dead man now. No, he yeah. I mean, it was like kind of. I don't have too much information on it, but there was some like bad time, like they would like put dead chickens on our porch and stuff like that. Like,
That's pretty good.
yeah. It's
Out of
pretty
all
bizarre.
mob things,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
No, yeah, no. As far as
They must have liked them.
as far as mob things to do, leaving a little dead bird on your porch ain't that bad.
Unless they had like a pretty pussy mob by you. Well, they're like, let's kill him. And they're like, wait, everyone,
No,
hold on.
Let's just send him a message. This bird that we found on the street. Let's just put it.
Yeah, let's leave a
he'll get
horse's head in his bed. Well, let's
that
everyone
was-
calm down.
That's a little cliche. Don't
Don't you think?
A little.
Don't you think? I have a few chickens. Oh, we just put them.
He'll get them. Chicken.
They just died. The chickens just died. We'll just put them.
But yeah, not great. He did not cooperate with them. They did not like that, and they really tried to get at him and all of his employees because like what the business is it's like importing. So like they're a customs brokerage. So any company that imports goods, they're a middleman between them and customs. So like if you're like most of what they work with are like perfume companies. They keep track of like what's coming in. Like
You're not helping yourself with the mob thing, Mike.
No, but that's the thing. They were like, okay, we need control of this business so that we need to like bring in whatever the fuck we want. And my grandfather was like, no, can I please, for the love of God, just run a business, like, and not deal with the shit. And they were like, no. And he was like, please. And they were like, no. And that was the battle.
Now, was your grandfather first generation American or immigrant? Because that's a very specific field. I didn't even know that's a thing. So you need to know there's a middleman.
I'm pretty sure he was born here, but it was like his parents immigrated and then
They had to.
yeah.
I had no idea there were middlemen between importers and customs.
Yeah.
I assumed importers were like, all right, here it is.
Yeah.
And customs was like, all right.
Well, dude, it also used to be a really big business because there was a lot of stuff back then, 80s, 70s, 80s, early 90s that was like not like now everything's digitized. Like a lot of like their biggest client was Time Magazine. They would import.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, fucking Obama, God.
Ruined magazines. That's what people don't talk about with Obama.
Yeah, man, they never mention that. You know,
Yeah.
all they talk about is goddamn healthcare. They don't talk about the magazines.
No.
Um,
Wait, they imported Time magazines?
yeah, no, they would import like photos, even just stuff like that. Like
Oh, wow. Yeah, you
any
don't
shipment.
think of that.
Now all of that stuff is all like digitized stuff like that. So it's not as big of a business, but it's still doing pretty well. But they want to retire, and I'm hoping the mob just kind of doesn't.
There's no mob anymore, is there?
I think there is. You don't think there's still a couple mob people?
There's got to be a few, right?
Yeah, that are still really trying to keep it. Like, no, we're gonna fuck these. We're gonna fuck. Fucking Mike Mancusi. We're gonna get these.
But it's tough to think of like the mob with technology nowadays.
Yeah, wow. That's
Because
true. I
like
didn't
everything they
think about that.
did, not only was it like me watching The Sopranos now, so much of this would be caught on camera. But not only that, like so much of business is digital now, where they're like, look at this fucking fangool, this fag has a firewall on his website. Like the mob has like digitized.
And also, they don't strike me as tech savvy enough to like.
But they
know,
have
like,
to be
hide
to do
stuff.
what they want to do.
To do what they want to do, they have to be. So, and they're definitely not. They don't have like nerds working. You know, like, hey, you fucking nerd, like run our website, like
Right.
you know. So
all these like no-show jobs that these unions have. Where are these people like? Listen, you're gonna give me 3 people on your payroll that I break into the Just Works and I put in the hours.
Dude, you are literally describing what they would do to my grandfather's business. Like they would show up and they'd be like, "Give me your time cards. I'm taking these guys on my payroll, a non-union." But they can't do that anymore. They can't do that with like tech people. Right.
It's funny if they, like, there's one guy that's been in prison for 20 years. He gets out. He's like, all right, I'm going to hold this import and exporting company down to start punching time cards. And they're like, whoa, Anthony. There's no more time cards.
Literally nobody uses time cards anymore.
He's like, what are you talking about?
He's like, what do you mean? Hey.
They're like, no, Anthony, you need to get the passwords to the Just Works, and then you could adjust things such as employee benefits and the hours they worked.
Thinking about them, like in Goodfellas, because they would talk about in Goodfellas, they'd be like, "Yeah, we did a stint in jail. We did fucking 7 years or whatever." Like, imagine like doing 7 years in jail now in the world you'd walk into.
Compared to like, I have a like how my family went to jail is still possible. So like, I had someone that went to jail in my family. He robbed the same store 3 times and went in for the 4th. You can still get in prison for that.
For the 4th time?
4th time. He went back. He's like, hey, you remember
me?
And they're like, very much so. We have the cops waiting for you outside. Of course we remember you. This is the 4th time you've done this.
What family member was this?
Well, I'm not going to say a name.
Okay.
But his father is also in the system.
But I mean, how close, like...
Here's something with my family, Mike.
Does matter.
If you gotta, like, I would have to map it out for you. That's like how my family works. There's like, it's like, okay, yeah, let's break this down. It's my grandfather's brother's son. What is that?
Long Island?
No, this is all Queens.
Queens.
All Queens. I'm the first Long Island transplant. It was Russia to Queens, and that was like 3 generations.
To Syosset.
To Syosset.
Fucking Italians. You know, great.
I'm not Italian.
Yeah. You're not Italian?
I very much just said Russia. I just sound like this.
Yeah, but this whole time I thought you were like since I first met
0%
you, I thought you
Italian.
were a fucking Long Island Italian.
Nah, I just fucking sound like
this. You know
this.
what? Fuck this.
What, you thought you were talking to a paisan over here?
Yes. I wouldn't have told you all these fucking Italian secrets.
Yeah, these are secrets, Mike. Mike, these are recorded by everyone.
If I known you were a goddamn
What's a non-Italian?
fucking Putin supporter. What's that?
A Putin supporter?
Wait. What was I thinking? Long Island, Italians. Yeah, that's the thing. Italians, one of the last things you can still make fun of.
Well, did you see Notre Dame? What came out?
It's out.
They ran like some sort of poll. I don't know. I didn't read too much into it. But the headline said Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 4th most offensive mascot in sports.
What are the other 3?
I didn't read the article.
You didn't read?
I would assume like Cleveland Indians is there.
Yeah, but that's gone.
It's going.
Gladiators. Oh, it's like still there? I didn't even
Still
know
there
that.
for now, and I think next season. Isn't that funny where they're like, all right, we'll change it. We'll
All
change it.
right, all right, just wait.
It's got to be a few. What, you want me to change it today, huh? We got to move these shirts.
Just hold your outrage. It'll be fine in a year from now.
No, they're moving the Cleveland. Where are they? Warriors? Barons?
Gladiators. Yeah. It's
Gladiators.
bad. Not great.
Terrible.
Not great. Not great.
But yeah, the Irish, you could, apparently, we're not going to be able to make fun of them anymore.
Wait, is it the Gladiators?
Well, Mike, you were really confident.
I was very... It's something like that.
It's something like Warriors. Give it a goog.
Yeah, I gotta goog that. Got to Mark Norman that shit up. Give it a goog.
For a guy that says give it a goog, he rarely gives it the goog.
Very, very rarely.
Very rarely.
Very rarely
does he ever
googs
goog.
it.
I think it's Barons for some reason. Did you just look up
They're
Cleveland
still
Indians?
saying fucking Indians.
Yeah, I know that. I just said that.
New name. Here we go. Guardians. Okay.
Guardians.
That's worse than
That's
fucking-
worse than gladiators.
That's worse than
That's
gladiators.
even worse than gladiators. What are you guarding in Cleveland?
Guardians.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? What else is there to guard?
The Guardians.
Isn't that how trash of a city Cleveland is? Where they're like, you know what our most prized possession is? A Gene Simmons base. No one touch it.
They don't have much to.
They had LeBron
They have LeBron.
and they lost him.
And then even when he left, they were like, "Yeah, we get it." We get it.
Yeah, they were like, wasn't
Yeah,
that
we
pretty
understand.
cool?
Yeah.
He came back.
Like, we
no
understand.
one comes back. He came back.
Yeah, he came back. He got us the championship. The best thing that any of us will ever see in any of our lives. And just, we get it. We understand. That's when you know things are bad.
Right. When a whole city goes, we hear you.
Yeah, we get it. I would come with you if I could, but I don't.
That would be hilarious. The whole city. It's like in a recent poll, the whole city of Cleveland is leaving
Is
for LA.
trying to go somewhere else. I don't know though, man. Dude, couple decades, climate change. I think things in some of those other cities are gonna be looking real good. Cleveland, Milwaukee.
Let's relax.
I'm
Relax.
telling you. I'm fucking telling you. Climate change.
What do I look like, a fucking Democrat? You think I care about climate change?
The
My one buddy, he texted me today. He was like, because University of Tulane, not University of Tulane, it's Tulane University. Tulane just is moving all their students to Houston because of the hurricane. And he's like, can you believe they're doing this? And I'm like, yeah, kind of what they're known for.
Dude, I'm telling you, we're on the cusp of certain places that like Mother Nature is going to be like, yeah, like you should not live here. Like Louisiana is one of them. Like, and especially like New Orleans,
Right.
Like, don't live here anymore. Like, go somewhere else. There's a lot of other places to go.
They're under sea level. I can understand if a portion of the city is under sea. The whole city is under sea level. And they were like...
And every year, it's not like you get a break from hurricanes. Every year, they're like a hurricane's coming. And like, okay, I guess I just hope this won't take my entire livelihood with it. Like, just go. There are so many other places. Just go. There's so many other places in the middle of the country that no one is. Just go.
That's how bad Nebraska is. That people will live in Louisiana and get plummeted by the worst weather
Every
possible
year.
and go,
Every
what am I
year.
supposed to do?
Go to
Move
Nebraska.
I'll tough it out here. I'll lose everything I ever had so I don't have to go to Des Moines.
I'll just pay $5,000 a month in hurricane insurance instead of considering moving to Nebraska.
My grandparents lived in Florida, and every year they'd be like, can you believe we have to deal with this hurricane
It's
shit?
like, yes.
Because it happens
That is a part
every
of-
year.
It's a part of the life that you have to deal with.
You have a hurricane season. Everywhere else in the world has 4 seasons. You have 5 that you talk about consistently. Why do I have to... Oh, wait, what?
My ex-girlfriend is from Great Neck. Her family put in like these big condos and like Adventura, like right outside Miami, or like 20 minutes outside Miami, like, and they have to design these buildings now to be like hurricane, like they're like, you have to make these buildings so that they don't collapse in a hurricane. Like, that's the world, and people still are just like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll just
Well, the whole South Shore of Long Island's still like that. They're still building from the hurricane.
Yeah. Sandy was weird. I feel like Sandy was bad though.
I wasn't here. I don't know.
Where were you?
Cortland.
I was in Massachusetts.
You stayed there for the hurricane.
No, I think I did come back because I felt guilty, and my dad was like, "What the fuck? What's the matter with you?" Like, he's like, "Don't come here. There's nothing like that. We literally don't have like electricity or gas. Like, don't."
Your dad was like, importing and exporting's never been better. The boats can get closer to the docks. They're on the land. They just go to the factories now. This is great.
Dude, I don't think I even mentioned. They had like stories where like they had like dudes that worked at the docks that would just get tossed into the ocean. Not like killed, but they would just like bully them. They would just like throw them in the water. Like fucking.
I assume that's just what happened with dock guys.
Yeah, no. When you sign up to be a dock guy, you expect like, all right, some
That's
mobster.
like the wet willy of dock guys.
Some mobster is gonna come along and throw me in the ocean.
Of course.
Yeah.
Especially back then, you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, you just hey, fucking get out of here, and just tossing you into the.
No one's a dock guy, and it was like, and we also got a good pension. Like that's not what dock guys talk about.
And we have good security. No mobsters have ever messed with us. Never, at any point, mess with any of our packaging. But yeah, no, Sandy was bad. But yeah, I wasn't here. But like I said, I tried to come back. Like my house was like out of power. I was like, no, I gotta like come back, like be with my family. My dad was like, what's the matter with you? You live in a house, you're paying rent. Just
you're saving up for your third tattoo. What are you doing coming here? Don't spend the money coming down here. You're getting your third tattoo, Mike, and it's gonna be your biggest and best one.
Keep saving up for your tattoo. Man.
That
funny.
Was
actually my first, actually probably the biggest mistake I made. No.
Wait.
Getting a dog. That was the first thing I did.
You got a dog?
I got a dog.
Now?
I have a dog. But he doesn't live with me because he stays with my parents. Yeah, man.
Mike.
That was worse. That was probably worse than any of the other things I did. Getting a dog. But we love him. But he's great.
When'd you get the dog?
Dude, as soon as I graduated, I moved back in with my parents for like a couple months, and then I moved out, and I was like, you never let me get a dog, and I'm moving out, and I'm getting a dog. So I got a dog, and then like 6 months later, I was like, I'm moving back in. And he's coming with me. And they were like, sure. So he just like.
Oh, this isn't from Massachusetts. This is from the city.
So I adopted him from the city. I moved to Massachusetts with him.
Wait.
Yeah.
You lived in the city and then moved to Massachusetts?
No, I didn't live in the city. Like, he was like an adopted dog, city dog that I took, and I moved to Massachusetts with him.
You didn't go to North Shore Animal League like a normal person?
It might have been. I don't know where I got him from. It was one of those though. Like, it was one of those. Like, I was just shopping around online for like dogs. I just typed in Google.
You just Googled
dog. Just adopt.
It's a good dog.
Yeah. Just.
That's pretty fun. It's got all four legs. It's a good dog.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, but like actually, I think I Googled, because I always wanted a black lab. I Googled black lab dog adoption or something like that, and like he was like one of the first ones that came up. I was just like, shit.
That's good.
And like I met him one time. He was in Brooklyn. I don't think at that point I hadn't been to Brooklyn in my life. I went to go meet this dog in Brooklyn.
You're making it sound like it's some sort of Craigslist.
No.
Like he put up a TV for sale. You're like, I might have to meet up with this black lab. He lived in Brooklyn.
It was it was that. It was entirely that. Because also, he's not a black lab. He has probably about a drip, like 2% of black lab in him. The rest of it is pit bull, and I don't know what the fuck else. He looks like a black lab kind, but he's mostly.
I call him Sicilian.
But so like so they were just like it's a black lab, like it's in Brooklyn. He's staying in Brooklyn, so I went to go meet up with them. Met the dog one time, and I was like, yeah.
This is how people pick college roommates freshman year.
Dude, it is literally the same thing. Like the same exact thing. I just met him. I was like, yeah, you're cool, bro. I'll take you for 15 years or whatever.
However long you last. By the way, you're not going to live with me for too long.
Well, dude, that was the problem. Was like, I got the dog, And then I was like, oh no, this is like a commit. Like this
Yeah,
is
it's a thing.
commitment. Yeah, I'm going to be in my mid 30s when this dog dies. So it was a huge mistake, but I got him. Brought him up to Massachusetts with me. Brought him home. And my parents, they always wanted a dog. They just never let me get one. So
Okay.
I just kind of forced it. on them.
Were you a snake kid?
No, but my older brother was.
Yeah.
So my older brother would always own the snakes, and I loved the snakes, but I never so I got a bunch of snakes, but they all died all like immediately. Like I would do this
Wait.
as soon as I got these snakes.
Wait.
Yeah, dude.
I've never heard of a snake dying. No one has snakes and they die, Mike.
They're pretty.
Did you water the snakes?
I had water for them, but they're high maintenance. But I was also like,
I think snakes are low maintenance.
no, because it has to be a certain temperature. I had water for them, but it has to be a certain temperature. But they would die real quick. So it was probably me, like real quick, like within a couple days. They'd be like,
And at no point were you like, let's step
maybe I
back a
shouldn't.
second
Yeah, maybe
and look at the
maybe I
bigger picture
shouldn't.
here. Why are all these
No.
snakes dying? They live in the
No.
desert, Mike. That's what snakes do.
I let at least like 4 or 5 corn snakes die before I made.
What
that
is a
determination.
corn snake?
It's like I don't know. It's like a couple, foot 2 feet long.
No, I don't know. I've never heard of a corn snake.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
made of corn?
I think because they live in cornfields. I don't know what the fuck. But they're not that big. They're like little. They're not that big. But my brother has a couple of very big snakes. I love his snake. Actually, one of them's a fucking asshole. One of his snakes is an asshole.
Snakes have personalities?
Yeah, man. Yes, they do. They do. He's had 2 snakes. So the first snake he got, I was young. It was a fucking awesome snake. It was a ball python. His name was Cliff. Great snake.
He named the snake
Yeah.
Cliff?
Yeah.
Yo, your brother's fucking
Yeah.
garbage.
My brother's a nerd. He's not garbage.
He lives in Alfred and he owns snakes. He's fucking garbage.
I think he actually might have had to give the snakes away. No, he still has Cliff. He doesn't have Kirk though. They live a long.
What was
time,
the
though.
other snake's name?
Kirk after
Kirk.
after Kirk the Metallica guitarist that died.
Oh my God, Mike.
No, Cliff Burton is the Metallica. I can't remember.
Everything
It does-
about you makes snakes makes sense due to the snakes.
All right, time out. Let me tell the story about Cliff. Cliff, when we were dropping my brother off at college, got out of his enclosure when we were on the car ride up.
I thought you were gonna say, he got out of the docks.
Yeah. Same concept. Got out of his environment when we were driving my brother up to college at Bucknell. Got out. So we dropped him off and we were like, here's the snake tank. Where's the snake? Oh, he's gone. I guess he's dead. And we were all upset
In the car.
in the car.
He got out in the car.
car.
And your initial reaction
but-
wasn't, oh, that snake's in the car.
We assumed he was dead. We assumed he like got out of the car and he was dead. Turns out though, hung out in the car for a very long time. Yeah.
How long?
My mom found him a couple days later.
What kind of snake is
He's
this?
a ball python.
It's a ball python, Mike.
Great snake though.
You
Great snake.
couldn't find a ball python in the car.
No, because they fucking find little like crevices to live in.
It's a car, Mike. It's a car.
Yeah, but there's a lot of machinery in a car. There's a lot of crevices. A lot of crevices for a snake, especially one that's trying to stay
What,
warm.
is your mom
They try
going to
stay warm.
fix the muffler and was like, oh, wait, guys, I found Cliff.
Like I think so. No, actually, no. He came out because he was dying. Yeah, he was like, I'm fucking dying. It was literally so like we dropped him off at Bucknell. We got back to Garden City a couple days later, and like he just like was in the car a couple days later. And he was like, I'm fucking dying.
And he's just sitting in the car smoking a cigarette and goes, listen, Lisa,
He was just like,
fucking dying here."
Yeah, he's like, I'm dying. I can't. Like, please help me. I was trying to live in your car. I can't live here anymore. There's no.
Cliff, how did you talk? I've been in the car for 3 days.
I've been
I learned a lot of
here for
things.
60 years.
I also know that Pluto is a planet. I've been able to make that conclusion in the car. You can't wait, so you got to bring me to the hospital. Wait, but he's still alive.
Yeah. No, like barely. Like, and my mom literally said she just like got a bowl of water and just put it, and he just dunked his head and was just like drank the whole thing like immediately. But it's great snake, Cliff.
Was this a snake? Snakes don't dump their heads in water and suck it up.
Yeah. No. He just put his head and he just drank the whole.
Yeah, he committed suicide. He drowned himself.
Dude, he was dehydrated. No, because with snakes, the way that they eat like a fucking mouse, and then that can like hold them over for like a month.
Right.
So like they don't need to eat, but they need to drink, and so that's why he was like, I'm gonna die. Like please, please. I got out of this cage, and I thought it was gonna be good, and it's not good. Please, for the love of God, just I'm here. I've been in your car.
This whole time I've been in cages thinking those cars have water, and they don't. It was camels this whole time.
I've been in your muffler this whole time. I need water. Please, for the love of God, give me water. But yeah, so he survived though. Still kicking. That old Cliff. Great snake. Literally the sweetest snake. Like you just hang out. He does whatever. The other snake's a fucking asshole. Kirk. Fucking asshole.
Is this another ball python?
He's a. No. I can't remember the kind of snake though, but he's bigger. He's like 6 feet. Like Kirk.
What?
Yeah, Cliff is probably like I think like 4 feet. Kirk is like 6.
Why?
Yeah.
Why does your brother have a combined 10 feet in
dope.
snakes?
They're kind of dope. Cliff is dope. Kirk's kind of a mess. But that happens with all kinds of species. It happens with people. Happens with cats. Dog, like it happens with species. He's just kind of a dick, and you can't trust him. Every time I'm with Kirk,
you can't trust him.
Can't trust him.
What does that mean?
I can't trust him.
You can't leave your kids with the snake.
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't leave a baby around Kirk. That's what I'm saying.
Don't have snakes. That's a better advice to have. Don't have snakes. Why'd you have a kid and snakes?
Well, his kid's 9 now, so he made it. Yeah, he's fine.
His kid's 9.
Yeah, his kid's 9.
Is this kid a snake kid?
Yeah. Kid's a snake kid.
Is he the type of kid that likes to feed the snakes?
Maybe. I don't know. I have to ask him.
That's not a good kid.
Yeah, but they don't give him live. They don't give them live mice.
Oh, thank God.
Mice, yeah. So
they have 10 feet of snake in their house, but they don't feed them live mice.
You buy a dead mouse, and then you don't have to. There's no emotions involved. You don't go like, "Oh, you're a living thing. I'm about to kill." You just already dead. You're gonna make it more dead. Just make it into.
So he buys frozen mice.
Yeah, but he did have snakes when I was younger that like we would give like live shit to. That was kind of fun to watch. But I was young. I probably feel bad now just watching a mouse. Yeah, I feel bad.
Now I know how you got these tattoos. You walked into to the tattoo parlor. You're like, all right, I want it to say New York, and underneath the New York, LI. And they said, oh, listen, Mike, legally,
okay.
I got to ask if you have snakes in your house. And you're like, they're my brothers. And they're like, that's good enough. They're in the house?
That works.
Have they been there for 6 months?
That works. Yeah.
Legally, I'm allowed to sell you this tattoo now.
Man, I think he's been trying to give away his snakes. Man, I'll just take his snakes. You look pretty cool. You look like a coke dealer. But I don't deal coke.
That's not good.
Yeah, but if you look like a coke dealer that doesn't actually deal coke, you look kind of cool.
No, you look garbage, Mike.
I wonder if like you know how like dogs are kind of like a girl magnet where you see them with dogs.
Yeah.
And they go. I wonder if snakes work the same way. Probably a certain kind of girl.
Right, and that's not
not the one that you really want.
There's never been like Bezos' ex-wife. She's with a teacher now, but you don't think she was like, you know why I went with him?
Because he's
got a pretty fucking cool snake.
He had a snake around his neck. You were a wife beater. And a teardrop tattoo. I miss those snakes. Not Kirk. Cliff though. I do miss.
You miss Cliff, not
Cliff
Kirk.
was great.
and what I'm not gonna ask. I was gonna say what's your brother's son's name. Don't reveal that. But if it's something fucking snaky,
No, Harrison. Harrison.
Harrison?
Yeah, that's not snaky. That's not
Kurt? Do you think your brother talks about to like his coworkers? Oh yeah, Kurt's been real moody.
Probably.
Oh, your son? No, my cool snake.
No, my fucking snake. My piece of shit snake.
All right, we're over an hour. I wanted. We'll talk about this once I stop hitting record.
Yeah.
You're fucking. This is what I like about this podcast. I find out so much shit about people that I had no idea before, and now everything makes so much sense after I stop hitting record. Okay, goodbye.